The gift box weighed nothing in my hand. Inside, a USB drive wrapped in velvet. I stood in the hotel ballroom doorway, watching 200 people freeze mid-laugh. The chandelier light made everything look like a scene from someone else's life. Champagne glasses caught the glow, designer dresses shimmered. And there, center stage, my wife. On her knees in front of her CEO. No, wait, he was on one knee. His voice boomed through the microphone clipped to his Armani lapel. "Will you leave your poor, impotent husband and marry me?" The room erupted. Laughter, applause, someone whistled. My wife, Lisa, covered her mouth like a teenager. Her eyes glistened. Her left hand, still wearing my grandmother's ring, trembled as he slid a diamond the size of a marble onto her right. She looked at him. Not me. Never me. "Yes," she whispered. The microphone caught it anyway. I turned around, walked back through the door. No one noticed. 6 months earlier, Lisa came home smelling like boardrooms and someone else's aftershave. "Late meeting," she said, kicking off heels I didn't recognize. I nodded from the couch, smiled, asked if she wanted tea. She didn't. She went straight to the shower. 40 minutes. I counted. When she emerged, her phone was face down on the counter, screen dark, silent. It used to light up with notifications every few minutes. Her mother, her sister, spam emails about yoga classes she never attended. Now, nothing. I made tea anyway, let it go cold on the table beside her as she scrolled, jaw tight, thumb moving like she was erasing something. 3 weeks later, she started talking about her CEO. "Richard's so brilliant, you'd like him. Richard closed the Singapore deal. Richard says most men don't understand market disruption." I let her talk. I always did. But I started watching the credit card statements. Hotel charges, 2 rooms, same nights she claimed to be at conferences. Uber receipts to addresses that weren't conference centers. A bottle of Dom Perignon, $900, expensed to client entertainment. Lisa hated champagne. I didn't confront her. I audited her. I work in private equity, built portfolios from nothing, turned failing companies into empires by finding what others missed. So I looked. Her company, Meridian Solutions, had a peculiar ownership structure. Shell corporations layered like Matryoshka dolls. I followed the threads through offshore accounts, dummy LLCs, fabricated board members. And there, buried in the fine print of a secondary filing, 90% equity held by Weston Capital Group. My firm. My money. I'd seeded Meridian 3 years ago as a passive investment, let them operate independently, never mentioned it to Lisa. She didn't ask where the money came from, and I didn't need her to know I was funding her little career fantasy. Richard's name appeared nowhere in the actual ownership docs. He was an employee, a very expensive, very disposable employee. I pulled my phone, opened the corporate banking app, hovered my thumb over the withdrawal authorization. Not yet. I left the hotel. Drove home in silence. The apartment felt smaller now. Everything did. I sat at my desk, opened my laptop. 11:47 p.m. I executed the transfer. $357 million. Every dollar I'd invested in Meridian. Pulled. The automated systems triggered immediately. Loan recalls, vendor payment freezes, payroll suspension. I canceled the venue contract for their upcoming product launch, canceled the luxury retreat Lisa planned for the executive team in Bali, canceled Richard's company car lease, canceled the line of credit they were using to court a European acquisition. Then I blocked Lisa's number and Richard's and every single contact from Meridian Solutions in my phone. 12 minutes. That's how long it took. My phone started vibrating at 12:03 a.m. Unknown numbers, dozens. I turned it face down, poured whiskey, waited. The knock came at 1:17 a.m. 3 sharp raps. I opened the door. Richard stood there, tie loose, sweat beading his forehead. Behind him, Lisa, eyes red, mascara streaked. "You can't do this," Richard hissed. I smiled. "I already did." Lisa pushed past him. "Please, we can talk about this. I made a mistake. Richard was just proposing in front of 200 people." Her mouth opened, closed. I held up the USB drive. "This contains every financial record proving you embezzled $1.2 million from Meridian using Richard's executive account, routed through your personal LLC. I didn't fund your company to watch you steal from it." Richard's face drained. "You're bluffing." "Call your lawyer," I said. "But you can't. I pulled his retainer funding too." Lisa grabbed my arm. "I'll leave him. I'll fix this. Just don't destroy the company. People depend on it." I looked at her hand. My grandmother's ring still gleamed on her finger. "You said yes to him," I said quietly. "You called me impotent in front of your entire office. I didn't know you were. You never asked." I pulled my arm free, stepped back. "Meridian will survive, under new management, new ownership, new CEO." Richard's voice cracked. "You can't." "I own 90%. I just did." I closed the door. They kept knocking, kept calling. I blocked every number. Poured another drink, sat by the window, watched the city lights blur. My phone buzzed one last time. A message from my lawyer. "Divorce papers filed. Asset protection in place. Press statement ready when you are." I set the phone down. Outside, the world kept moving. Inside, I felt nothing. Not rage, not sadness, just the cold, clean silence of a problem solved. My grandmother's voice echoed in my memory. "When someone shows you who they are, believe them." I believed, and I walked away.